Automatic brake adjusters are an integral part of maintaining the safety and longevity of a commercial vehicle's brake system. Haldex pioneered clearance sensing adjustment technology over 60 years ago. Today, Haldex continues to lead the way in delivering the most reliable, accurate, and efficient brake adjusters on the market. In recent years, competitors have tried to duplicate the flagship Haldex self-adjusting automatic brake adjuster, or SABA. Why? Because it's the North American market leader. The Haldex SABA benefits from our 60-plus years of engineering expertise, precision manufacturing, and the fact that key components are heat-treated, unlike the competitors found on the market. This heat treating, along with the use of high alloy steels, minimizes wear and greatly prolongs the accuracy and lifespan of a Haldex brake adjuster. Let's take a closer look at how the Haldex SABA functions and why its design remains superior to the competition. Installation of the Haldex SABA is extremely easy. The control arm can conveniently be set at any angle from -16 to +124 degrees, and the adjuster will establish its own reference point. This helps to eliminate adjustment problems caused by incorrect installation. Once installed, the key function of a brake adjuster is to maintain optimum brake lining-to-drum clearance. If the clearance is too great, stopping distances increase and overall braking performance is greatly compromised. If an over-adjustment occurs, this leads to accelerated brake pad wear and uneven tire wear, greatly increasing a fleet's operating and downtime costs. Some competitors feature stroke sensing designs, where lining-to-drum clearance adjustment is determined by the overall pushrod stroke when braking. This stroke sensing design exerts higher forces on the internal components, decreasing the overall lifespan of the adjuster. And when the drums or other component temperatures are elevated, such as when traveling a mountain pass, a harmful over-adjustment may occur. The Haldex SABA is designed for clearance sensing adjustment. The SABA senses when the brake linings have made contact with the drum and then only adjusts to maintain appropriate clearance on the retraction stroke. Let's take a look at a normal brake application where an adjustment doesn't take place. As the brakes are applied, the Haldex SABA regulator gear and clutch wheel are engaged. An internal clearance designed into the regulator gear determines if an adjustment is required. If the lining-to-drum clearance is within range, no adjustment will be made. Now, let's observe what happens when an adjustment is needed. As the brakes are applied, the regulator gear and clutch wheel are again engaged. As the lining wears and the lining-to-drum clearance increases, the small teeth on the regulator gear one-way clutch will advance and the excess clearance is transferred to the clutch wheel when the brakes are fully applied. Because the clutch wheel has advanced, on the return stroke, the S-cam is now adjusted by a small degree. The Haldex SABA is designed to gradually make very small incremental adjustments, extending the life of the brake linings. In fact, testing shows that the Haldex SABA adjusts 6 times more gradually than competitive models. This leads to a more optimal and uniform lining-to-drum clearance throughout the life of the brake linings. Lastly, we can look at how the Haldex SABA prevents an over-adjustment that may occur with many competitive brake adjusters. During brake application, the worm shaft is pushed against a coil spring. If the anticipated brake lining-to-drum clearance is exceeded, either due to a heated drum or excessive braking forces on the camshaft, the elasticity zone is entered. But before entering the elasticity zone, the clutch mechanism disengages. This prevents the clearance-sensing Haldex SABA from making a harmful over-adjustment. In contrast, competitive stroke-sensing brake adjusters do not disengage when the pushrod stroke travels into the elasticity zone during excessive braking forces or elevated brake component temperatures, leading to potential over-adjustment. Further, competitive brake adjusters in the elasticity zone are experiencing greater stress on the internal components, leading to faster wear and a reduced lifespan. The Haldex Saba does not experience these issues as the clutch mechanism disengages the internal components before entering the elasticity zone and makes any necessary adjustments upon brake release. Because of this, the Haldex Saba will outperform and outlast the competition. Over 60 years of experience, precision engineering, high alloy steel and heat-treated components, and an adjuster that accurately makes incremental small adjustments without over-adjusting, the Haldex Saba continues to deliver unmatched performance with long life.